Oh my god, I just got in Divinity from Kickstarter. It's huge. Let's get into it right now. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me on the channel. I really appreciate it. So let's get into Divinity, Origin Sin, or whatever it's called. And yeah, when I got this thing in, this box was probably 25 pounds, something like that. It was huge. I'm really confused about why it's so huge. But anyway, so let's get into it. We're going to do a game unboxing. I think this game is like 2 years late. So so I've gotten in a couple of games now that have been years in the making. So I just got in OrcQuest. That thing's probably 3 or 4 years delayed, and I think this one's at least 2 or 3 years delayed as well. So I'm getting stuff in that's old as far as I'm concerned. But I was able to play OrcQuest, and I did like that quite a bit. So let's jump into this one, and let's see what's in the box, and see all the boxes and what's in them. So let's jump into that right now. All right, thank you guys for tuning in to this unboxing. And it's a really big box this time, with a whole bunch of other boxes as well. So my question really is why? Why this thing? So my game was 12 by 12 and was 10 pounds. And people made fun of me for that. This has got to be almost double that. This has got to be 20 pounds. This thing is immense and extremely wide. So this thing's probably 7 inches high. And on top of that, none of the figures come in this box. So we have 20 pounds, this huge box, and no figures come in it. Because the reason I know that is because there's a whole other box that has the figures in it. And not only that, there's another box of figures. And then there's some kind of an expansion. So we'll be opening all that today. I don't want the video to be that long, so I'm not going to go heavily into every card or anything to that effect. But I don't know. I'm very interested to find what's in here that makes this heavy and what fills up this entire box when the figures are an entirely different box that's immense. So there's just a thing about, maybe there's just too much sometimes. So, yeah, 18 of 10 source tokens, 24 coins, reference booklets, HP dials, atlas book. I think it's all booklets. It's all booklets that make it this. Oh, there's 11 miniatures in here. What? and more reference booklets. Okay. So let's see what this says. The battle for Divinity has begun. Choose wisely and trust sparingly. Darkness lurks within every heart. The divine is dead, the void approaches, and the powers lying dormant within you are soon to awaken. Divinity Original Sin, the board game, is an epic adventure game set in the world of Rivalon. Up to 4 players take their heroes on a branching narrative adventure filled with tactical combat and meaningful choices. Based on the award-winning Divinity Original Sin 2 video game by Larian Studios, the board game expands to Divinity in new directions, new stories, new quests, side quests, skills, items, and monsters await in a brand new tabletop experience. In the expansive world, Riven, you will be a flesh-eating elf, an imperial lizard, an undead risen from the grave, with a vast number of branching narrative paths to explore. No 2 playthroughs will be the same. Okay. So what it doesn't say here, which I'd like to see,
is the length of time or anything to that effect. Here we go. It's on the side. And it says 60 minutes cooperative play. I have never seen one of these games actually be a minute, an hour outside of Zombicide. And even that's longer than an hour. All right, so let's try not to cut anything that's imperative here. Very thick plastic. All right, let's get to it. Oh. First of all, where am I going to put this? Oh, it's on the cover, actually. 60 minutes. Put it right there. All right. So I guess these are the characters you can be, whether it be human or magical. There's your elf, and there's like your necromancer. All right, let's take a shot inside and see what's going on here with this thick old box. Look how thick that is. Yay. Do not unpack the rest of the game until you read this. All right, so you got 4 figures. Player trays, minion trays. All right, Divinity Original Sin includes a tutorial that helps you learn to play the game without reading the full rulebook. We strongly recommend playing the tutorial before starting the game campaign, as it will introduce you to the story. Components required to play the tutorial are separated from the rest of the box. These include cards and components with 4 pre-made characters that are used during the tutorial. At the end of the tutorial, you will be given the option to continue with the pre-made characters or create your own. To set up the play tutorial, take out the components below, then follow the instructions on the first page of the Divine Atlas. All right, so I'll make sure that we don't change the Holy Mother of God. Well, I guess it's the same kind of size as the OrQuest one, 40, 50 pages. Just seems heavier. Okay, well, let's go through it real quick. Again, I don't want to delve too deep in it because we have a lot of stuff to unpack. So here's your components. And here are, all right, so it gives you 4, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like take 10 characters here. And let's see. Fane, Loesch Valley, Hyphen, Bizarra, Red Prince, Sabile, Cassian, and Hyphen. All right. So I guess it kind of refers to some of the guys that are on the front there. At least we have some pictures here. New game session. Game overview. Explore rounds. Combat rounds. Leveling up. End of round. Reaching an exit. Keywords. Well, the art looks decent. We'll get into that in a sec. Health and damage. Status. No, the Red Prince is a lizard. Undead. Skills. Summon. Skill effects. Skill schools. Wow. That's a lot. Items. Okay. I'm looking at the iconography to see how in depth these things are. Runes. Exploring locations. See, I mean, doesn't look like a lot, right? Maybe that's why it's only an hour. There's only like 5 locations. Steps to resolve an attack roll. Origin combat turns in detail. Okay, special icons. And then minion movement, minion attacks. Encountering bosses. Fighting a boss, it looks like they have their own deck. Game variant, solo mode. To play solo mode, set up a 2-player game and control both guys. So you got to play with at least 2 people, which is fine. I actually prefer playing 3. All right, so interesting. So this goes against the game board, I assume, but then it has stuff on the back. I don't understand. I guess we'll find out. So obviously, maybe it's a different part of the game where I guess you buy stuff, so then you turn it over. I guess that makes sense. We got a card sleeve for some reason. Oh, so this is your reference guide. Turns, explore, resolve, end of round combat, making attacks. So I like that. This is why it's so heavy. Oh my god. Why? The world of Rivellon, a religious sect known as the Divine Order, holds power. Magisters make up faction. This is why it's so heavy, though. You find yourself on a prisoner of a transport ship, bound by a magical collar. There's your tutorial. Torture chamber. Oh, okay. These are your boards. But why is it so big? You can't tell me you couldn't have done this in a smaller book. Because these areas don't need to be as big as they are. You only have 1 character. Choose your origin. A1. So this has got to be the beginning here. Upper beach. Shipwreck. So apparently you get out. And this butts up against here. That's how that works. So let's see, we got 35 pages, 1.5, 1.6. What the? That's the end of the book. Battlefield, Frozen Plains. 1.6, 1.6. Hold on. 1.1, 1.2. I don't understand. 1.2, level 3. So is each level swamp trail, coastline. So there's obviously 35 different missions. I'm trying to find out how many levels there are. The feel of the paper is kind of cool. Level 4. All right, so up to level 29, so it's like every 10 pages or so. 29. Level 5, yeah, so it's every 10 pages. So each campaign is like 10 missions. Let's see. Level 6. Ten missions per thing is a lot. Don't you guys think? Sit down for a group for... I guess that's it, level 6. Yep, level 6 is the end. So you have 6 campaigns, or 6 portions of a big campaign, I guess, broken down to levels. So, 40, what did I say it was? 48 pages. So you're probably looking at about 45 different missions. Pretty close to that. Let's just round it up and say 40. Man, it's still heavy. The boss book. The Ghoul Magister. So let's see. The Ghoul. The Geist. I don't know what that is. Slain the Winter Dragon. The Shambling Oak. Kalea. The artwork in here is pretty good, though. Dakon. No, they used, I guess, so you could go like this and still have the character there. Venom Wing. The Ice Rhino. That's interesting. Dallas and Brachus Rex. Level 6. And Crypt Guardian, Betrayer Crypt Guardian, Kraken, Nightmare Lizard, My Lady the Winter, Source Track. So you have 15 bosses. Okay. All right, so you don't have a whole lot of tokens. There's all your dials. Most of the punch outs are all dials. All right, let me get into this thing here. So I guess this is your character board, of which there are 4. This is your boss track. So each one of these boards has a backpack, has your origin card. At least they left you a little thing to be able to move stuff around. Talents, and you have 4 levels of talents. And from what I understand, this is your cooldown. And these are upgrades, so you have to leave space below for all the cards. Which, that may take up a lot of space. So that book is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so... your boss thing. It is double also. So keep things moving around. Tutorial location cards. Tutorial pack. So I'm not going to open these. Ooh, what is this? This is your enemies, I assume. I don't. Is this for a dial? I assume you have to put dial in here to make it, that's your hit points. And there's 4 of these, so you can have 4 villains at a time. There's all your dial things, I guess. That is a lot of dice, sir. Oh no, there's more. Oh my god. That's a boss. But you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different characters you're fighting simultaneously. That sounds like a lot. Alright, let me check out these dice. So you have a red die, a blue die. So you got damage, 2 damage, and then you have the special symbol, and you have a special symbol and a damage. and you have a blank. So the red has 2, 1, special symbol with no blank. So obviously this is an upgrade. I assume that this is the boss. Move, attack, or ranged, or something like that. This one has 2 blanks. 1 damage, 2 damage, special symbol. So obviously that's, so it goes white, blue, red. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each, except for the boss die. All right, you got standees, which I assume I'm not going to need for any characters because I can't possibly need more characters than what's in there. So I guess these are your markers that fit in here for the boss and for here. And then you have a time tracker that fits on that long board. Yep. Okay. Okay, you got 2 baggies that I have no idea what you'd need those for because there's not enough tokens, unless it's the dice. I don't know. All right, let's look at a couple of figures here. We got the cat. Ooh, cat. We got this chickie here, which I assume is the elf chick. We got this guy here, like a lizard guy. Nice, nice. We got the guy that is very self-assured. He's like, I'm just a mosey and I will have it over my shoulder. And here comes the bard. I will sing you a nice song. Here's the guy from the cover with the crossbow. Dwarf guy with the 2 axes, I will chop you into many pieces and you will like it. This looks like the undead guy. He's like, I need some facial cream. Anybody got some facial cream? Another undead guy, I think. No, I can't tell by the face. It looks like a skull, but I could be wrong. And this, I think this is the Red Prince or whatever. He looks pretty cool, actually. I like it, a lizard, guys. And the last guy, no idea. Kind of looks like a skeleton guy, but I can't be sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Don't you? All right, that takes care of tray 1. Oh, we got the cards. So let's open these real quick because I'll just keep these in order. I don't think these need to be in order. I think it's just that tutorial pack. Let's find out what's in here. And I think the tray underneath this is all cards too. So, and I think that's why it's... See, now it feels like a regular game. Now it feels like it's maybe 6 pounds or something like that. It's that damn book. Well, you got the rule book, and you got the boss book, and you got that big book. Yeah. All right, so I can tell you what these are. These are effects. So bleeding, not knocked down. So these are effects. Exposed. Oh my God, I'm naked. When you take damage of any type, you take +1 more. Oh, that's not good. Haste. As you start your turn, you gain +2. I assume that's actions. Blessed. I'm blessed. Add +1 damage to all attacks. I'm invisible. Chicken. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Look at that. This status does not affect bosses or origins. Okay, I assume you just put that on the villains then? All right, let's see what's in here. I'll put these back in here since I'm not going to look at them. Just want to. I think you can reopen these things, and then I won't put them out of order. Kraken attacks. Wounded prisoner. Making choices. Interrogation. Ambush. Stairs leading up. Lower hold. So I guess it's got to be in this direction, right? Trap door. Yeah. So I guess you leave the prison and you get on a boat. I assume that's what the idea behind that is. Which is funny because the game I'm working on right now with Mark Spears, I have the location cards are also tarot sized. It's interesting that they did that. Okay. Alrighty, we got blinded. Oh, we have more effects. Frozen. I was going to sing this song, but I can't remember it. Let it go, let it go. There you go. Poisoned. Shocked. You deal -1 damage on all attacks. Ew. Sundered. You have -2 defense. Stunned. Burning. A hunk of burning love. At the start of your turn, you take 2. Don't know what that is. When you take fire damage, extend your duration of burning. Ooh, it sounds like you need to go to the doctor. Get some penicillin. All right, so let's put all this back in here. And it. All right, not too hard, not too hard. I guess we'll put this back in here. There must be something else here too, because look at this. Oh, that must be where all your dials go. Got it. I'm a little slow on the uptake. Oh my God! Stop! In the name of love. Okay, so holy cow. So these are your bosses. I guess, right? I didn't see a... No. Oh, these are the heroes. So this must be like Secrets of the Lost Station or whatever, where your characters have their own little backstories and stuff going on. Stop! There's a lot of stopping in this game. Do not unpack anything under this sheet until after the tutorial. Oh, we got another thingy. Oh, you know what this is? These are your special things that go into that board. These are your skills. And then boss standee. All right. Yep, that's what I thought. All cards. Which it obviously tells you not to open, but we'll just take a look at them anyway. We won't open them up, but we'll take a look. Sacrifice. You take... I don't know what that is. With the shield on that? An ally in your space heals to max. J68, so it has numbers all over it. So these are your character cards. Smoke bomb. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to eat that burrito. Fortify. These got to be separators. So let's see what the separators are. At least I can open that. Yeah, now it would be cool. I don't know if this is how it is, but on the book it has those areas. Are these location cards that go over that area? Swamp, it may. See? These may go over those areas. That would be kind of cool. Source, Huntsman, Duelists, Summoning. So these are the different schools, right? We saw that in the beginning. So these must be when you upgrade arrows. Wow, you have one even green arrow now. Grenades, okay. Scrolls. Items level 6. Items level 5. Items level 4. Minions, U through Z. Wow. Minion KO. I wonder if they realized they did that. You know, that's how Frank Baum came up with Oz, right? Is that his file went from O to Z. Minion, FG, Journal, Boss Tactics. Oh my God. All right, so now we know what these are. So all these cards are upgrades and things to that effect. So I would have to open them, right? And then file them. I think that's what they're basically telling me to do here is to open those things up and file them. And oh my God, you know how much time it's going to take to open up all of these and then file them all under the correct thing? That's crazy. These are bosses. So then we have more tarot size cards here. Yeah, so all the tarot ones, Winding Path, are I think they all go in that area, in the different areas. Did I do this right? Yeah. Yeah. Path to Shore. Card 6, page 34, level 5. But, you know, it says that each playthrough is different. I assume that's because you have different cards that go on the location, so it would make it different. But the story would be the same, right? So I think this is one of those games that has a limited limited shelf life. Because after you play through it, I can't imagine you wanting to do it again. But then again, there's 40 missions. And an hour, that's 40 hours. That's a lot of time, man. All right, so I'm going to jump into the figures. I'm not sure where this went. I think it just went like that. At least now I know why it's so heavy. Oh, no, I fucked that up completely. Where did this come from? I don't think it was in here, but maybe I'm wrong. Looks like it fits in there fine. And I'm really hoping that I can consolidate this somehow to have all the figures go in here, just in baggies or whatever. I don't know if that's possible or not, but because this is filled to the brim. Very hard to believe that there's that many cards. That's a shit ton of cards. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you heard it go to the ground, right? All right, let's jump into this big mother and let's see how this has got to be all the bosses and everything. It's not going to make it easy on me, is it? Here we go. All right. So again, my question is why? Why do you have to have 40 different missions? If people wanted to get more, you would have an expansion, right? Yeah. Half of that would have been just fine. And again, I did this really thick cardboard box. Well, now I understand. And yeah, now I understand. So this will just go on my shelf. I don't think this needs to go back in there. And that's it, right? There's nothing underneath. Big bug. And then you got little barrel. I can't get them. Oh, there you go. Little barrel. Well, little barrel of explosives. But if you want to take a look at that again, yeah, I'm just going to put this on my shelf. I still have to get the Marvel Zombie stuff painted. Oh my god. Yeah, these things are all huge. Why did they make such huge figures? This looks like a Chinese dragon. I mean, even these things, these plants are huge. Like, why? So I just think they overdid it. There's a chicken, by the way. Yeah, there's no way that I can consolidate this because everything is just immense. It's not like they're all, little figures that I can then chuck in a bag. Everything in here is huge. I mean, everything. Oh, there's your rhinoceros. Ice rhinoceros. It's your Death Knight or whatever. Madam Hex or whatever. This is obviously straight out of Cthulhu. I don't even know where the head is. I don't even know. Which way does it go? It looks like it's got trees on it. Yeah, so this is, I guess, that thing we saw. The shambling or whatever. See, I almost wish they were all this big. I don't need anything that huge. I mean, just for storing purposes, it's immense. All right. Yeah. There you go. Back tells you everything you need to know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, or basically 18. Shambling Oak, I was right. So yeah, it's 18 figures in this whole box. I mean, the box is like the size of a big game by itself. Oh my god. Yeah, this is one of those games I think that I play through it and then I get rid of it just because I can't store it. Miniatures Part 2, because the other box wasn't big enough. Oh, this one's a little tougher to get the lid off. Yeah. These can come out of here. These are at least smaller. And when I say smaller, I mean still big. Oh no, that's a big old hammer for that little girl there. She was like, I will bonk you on the head. It's not. I will bonk you on the head. This guy looks pretty cool though. Ooh. Nice, nice. And this guy's probably goes along with the guy with the sword over his shoulder. And just to kick your butt and don't even argue with me about it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 figures in here. Let's see what's on the back here. Ghoul, Magister, Dallas. Yeah, these are more villains. Cheese Trader. Okay. All right, let's go through the last one. I kind of wanted to keep this at an hour, so I guess we're good. If I had gone through all the cards, we wouldn't be. But, again, there might be spoilers in there and stuff like that anyway. So we're probably better off not going through the cards. And Dungeon Mode and Nightmare Mode expansion rulebook. What? Like it doesn't seem like it's going to be hard enough. We have to go into Nightmare Mode. Dungeon Mode setup. Whenever you start a new Dungeon Mode run, follow these steps. Each player creates a level 1 origin, any one talent, a chest item. Each player follows the steps to set up their personal play area on page 4. Play the Dungeon Mode reference card. Follow the steps. Yeah, it's a different mode. I don't understand. Yeah, does it make it harder? I don't know. I don't know. If you won, score encounters, earn gold, earn skills, level up, recover equipment. Oh, it's got a booklet. So it's got a rip sheet from A, B, C, all the way to F on what level they are. So it's like a scoring mechanism. And then it's got 2 decks of cards. All right, let's check this out real quick. Shipwreck, Arena, Destroyed Seeker's Base. So just for shits and giggles here, let me count these. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Yep. So these correspond to all the different missions. Nightmare Boss. Ironclad. Yeah, these make the bosses. Minion Modifier. Yeah, I don't think I want this to be harder. But that's what this is. It makes it harder and it gives you some kind of a scoring. Bandit Guard. This minion spawns as slow. 1 origin. Oh, so it gives you points and it gives you extra stuff for the different schools. Veteran Bandit. I don't know. I probably definitely will not be playing with this expansion anytime soon. 75 points. And 1 origin learns a thing. Congratulations, you have defeated the Ice Rhino, 100 points. Spawn all minions on something 3. Huh. Yeah. I mean, I like getting extra boons for defeating bosses and stuff like that, but I don't think I need to make things harder. That's for certain. All right, that's it for me. So let's go into final thoughts, but let's see what we opened today. So, we opened this big box, which is the main box that only has a few figures in it, but a whole shit ton of books and cards. This one has a whole 18 figures in it. And it's as big as the other box for the most part. It is the same size, just a little bit thinner. And even not much at that. We had the additional bosses, because you couldn't fit them all in this box. and then you have... Now that big dragon, where are you going to put that? Does that even fit on the map? I don't know, man. All right, let's go into final thoughts. And this is everything that I got from Divinity. All right, bye-bye.
All right, so let's get into final thoughts on Divinity Original Sin. See, I got it right this time. And so, again, like I was saying, when we opened the boxes, I was just like, Why? Why are all the bosses so big? Why does it have to be? I mean, the dragon's kind of cool, but it's like, why? Very hard to store this stuff in 10 million boxes. Yeah, all the figures are just huge. So I mean, obviously, all the bosses just tower over the villains. The heroes. That they don't need to be that big. So anyway, the books are huge. I think they overdeveloped this game to the point where it's just unruly. Even though I think I might have fun with it, I almost want it out of my collection as quick as possible because it's just too big. So it's almost like Tanara's Adventure. At least I was able to get that into a single box. This I can't even tear out the bottom piece because all the cards need to go somewhere, and it needs that filing system. It's going to take me a while to get all that stuff filed into a point where I can actually even play the game. I read it was like 400 cards or something like that. It's huge. I mean, they could have done more expansions and had additional stories rather than dump everything into one box. So I'm just very confused about why they decided to dump all this money, all this time into a game that probably no one will play all the way through. It's just too much. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to play the tutorial. I may do that on camera so we can see how it works. All right? But happy holidays, everyone. And I will put a link below if you wanted to check out any of my books that are behind me. Thank you so much for making Lords of LA a successful Kickstarter. I will be launching Late Pledge in January if you're interested in jumping on that. And I am working on a card game with Mark Spears, who does Spawn covers, among others, and does a lot of monster art. And I'm really excited about this. We're actually... so it's going to be a classic monster based, and we're doing an expansion with Oz, like a horrific Oz. So I'm working on that right now. I'm getting the graphic design in for the cards right now. They look really good, and I'm excited to get this out. I'm hoping, first quarter of next year I can get the Kickstarter going with this. I have a few reviewers that have already agreed to review it. All right. Again, happy holidays. 5 days till Christmas. Hanukkah's already here, I think. You're probably deep into it, which means you probably got some good presents. But thank you. Help me so much for helping me grow the channel. I'm looking to grow it out into 2024. Please like and subscribe if you can. And check out some other videos that'll pop up here as well. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Until next time. All right. Bye-bye.